Morningstar studied millions of real mutual fund investors and found something strange. The funds themselves earned solid returns, but the people invested in those funds earned significantly less. Same fund, same portfolio. Less money in your pocket. How does that even happen? It happens because of one mistake. A mistake so common that most people don't even realize they're making it. And it has nothing to do with picking the wrong fund. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact mistake that quietly kills mutual fund returns for almost every SIP investor. Why it feels like the smart thing to do in the moment, and the one rule that fixes it completely. There's a quick quiz coming up too, so stay with it. Here's the mistake. When the market drops, people pause their SIP. Or worse, they redeem it completely, calling it cutting their losses. This feels responsible. It feels like taking control. But it is almost always the single worst thing you can do to your own returns. Here's why. A SIP is not just a savings habit. It's a mathematical tool called Rupee cost averaging. When the market is high, your fixed monthly amount buys fewer units. When the market drops, that same amount buys more units because each unit is now cheaper. Over time, this evens out your average purchase cost, and it's one of the most powerful advantages a small investor has over someone trying to time the market. But the moment you pause your SIP during a dip, you break the exact mechanism that was working in your favor. You stop buying units at the cheap price. And when you resume later, once the market has already recovered and units are expensive again, you've missed the entire advantage. If you watched our video on the biggest stock market mistake, this will sound familiar. Researcher Brad Barber, who has worked alongside Terence Odin, found the exact same panic-driven pattern in fund investors that we saw in individual stock traders. The instinct to protect yourself from a falling number is not a mutual fund problem or a stock market problem. It is a human brain problem. And mutual fund investors fall into it just as often, sometimes more, because SIPs feel automatic and safe until the moment they don't. So here's your quiz. The market drops 15% in a month. Your SIP debit is scheduled for tomorrow. What do? 1. Pause the SIP until things stabilize. 2. Continue the SIP exactly as scheduled, no changes. 3. Increase the SIP amount for this month specifically. If you picked option 1, you're not alone. And that's exactly the instinct we are fixing today. You stayed with this video till here, which tells me you actually want to get this right. If this is useful, hit like, share it with someone who's investing through SIPs right now, and subscribe to Morningstar for more videos like this. Now back to the quiz. The correct answer is option 2, always. Option 3 is even better if you can afford it, but it's optional. Option 1 is the only wrong answer on the list. John Bogle, the founder of Vanguard and one of the most influential voices in investing history, built his entire philosophy around one phrase: stay the course. He wasn't talking about picking the right fund. He was talking about resisting the urge to react to short-term noise with long-term money. Here's how to actually protect yourself from this mistake. Automate your SIP so it doesn't require a decision every month. Don't check your fund's NAV daily or even weekly. If you genuinely have surplus money during a market dip, consider a top-up instead of a pause, since that's when your money buys the most units. And if you ever feel the urge to pause or redeem out of fear, wait 72 hours before acting on it. Most panic decisions don't survive 3 calm days. Morningstar's research didn't find that fund investors were bad at picking funds. It found that they were bad at staying invested in the funds they already picked. The gap between what a fund earns and what an investor actually keeps has a name in the industry. They call it the behavior gap, and it is almost always self-inflicted. The fund did its job, the market did its job. The only variable left is you. The next time the market drops and your SIP debit is due tomorrow, remember this video. The mistake was never the fund you chose. It was pausing on the one thing that was quietly working in your favor the entire time.